All right, welcome to our rapid fire pre-test huddle. I'm your host, and in this explainer, we're essentially going to gamify our strategy so we can absolutely crush Math Paper 1 together. Think of this not as a heavy study session, but as a tactical briefing. You've put in the hard hours of studying, and now it's all about execution. We're going to distill exactly what the examiners are looking for, how to grab every single mark available, and how to dodge those sneaky traps that catch out thousands of students every single year. Here's the pre-test battle plan. 1. Exam morning gear check. 2. Cracking the mark scheme. 3. Geometry and congruence proofs. 4. Mastering vector rules. And 5. Avoiding common pitfalls. Let's get right into it. Section 1. Exam morning gear check. This is your non-negotiable pre-game setup. Okay, take a deep breath. What you're looking at is the actual Paper 1 cover sheet. This is exactly what's going to be sitting on your desk, so let's just normalize it right now. Familiarize yourself with this layout. We all know anxiety spikes when you first sit down, so knowing exactly what the instructions look like beforehand really helps calm the nerves. Just take a look at those clear directives right on the front. According to those exact instructions, you need to pack this toolkit right now. We're talking a ruler, graduated in centimeters and millimeters, by the way, your protractor, compasses, an HP pencil, a reliable calculator, and strictly black ink. Seriously, why black ink? Because these exams are scanned digitally now. Blue ink or gel pens, they often just won't scan properly. That could literally cost you the entire game if the examiner can't even read your brilliant answers. Oh, and tracing paper. It might say optional, but trust me, it's an absolute cheat code for transformation questions, so definitely bring it. Moving on to Section 2, cracking the mark scheme, it's time to read your opponent's playbook. Now, what's really fascinating here is how the points are actually broken down behind the scenes. You don't just get points for being right, you get points for how you get there. Think of M marks as your method combos. You get these just for showing the correct mathematical steps. Then you have your A marks. That's the final boss hit, your accuracy marks for the correct final answer. But here's the catch. A marks are completely dependent on those M marks. If you skip writing down your method, there is literally no way to unlock the A marks, even if your final answer is 100% perfect. And finally, we have B marks. These are your unconditional accuracy marks, usually for standalone facts or single-step answers. Listen to this. This is the ultimate safety net rule straight from the examiner notes. If you do the math in your head, write down the wrong answer and show 0 working, well, you get 0 points. But if you write down your formula, plug in the numbers, and just make some silly calculator error at the very end, you'll still secure those M marks. Basically, always leave a paper trail. Your working out is literally an insurance policy for your grade. All right, Section 3, Geometry and Congruence Proofs. Let's beat the heavy hitters. When the exam asks you to prove shapes are congruent, remember the golden rule from our study notes. They must be the exact same. Not similar, not proportional. Literally the exact same size and the exact same shape. To prove this, you're going to rely on the classic properties: side, 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 angle, side, or right angle, hypotenuse side. Let's look at how to beautifully lay out an answer to guarantee full marks. Take a handwritten proof using the side, 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 or SSS property. Notice how systematically the student has listed out point 1, point 2, and point 3, showing exactly which sides correspond. Or if you're using angle, side, look at how meticulously each corresponding part needs to be stated. You've got your reasons, like given or opposite sides of a rectangle, clearly written out right before you finally declare congruence at the bottom. This rigorous step-by-step logic is exactly what those M marks are awarded for. Section 4, Mastering Vector Rules. We're looking at the 3 pathways to points. I know vectors can cause a bit of panic, but whenever you get stuck on a vector question, please don't freeze. Just run down this simple 3-step checklist. First, can I use the route method? This is basically just stringing paths together. Like going from A to C is the exact same as going from A to B and then B to C. Second is the ratio method. If you know a segment is split, say 2 to 1, you just multiply the known vector by that fraction. Super simple. And third, the geometrical method. If lines are parallel, their vectors are scalar multiples of each other. So just ask yourself, route, ratio, or geometry? One of those keys is going to unlock the problem for sure. Now, here is a massive trap students fall into all the time, mixing up parallel lines and collinear points. If you just need to prove lines are parallel, you only have to show that one vector is a multiple of another. For example, vector A equals some number k times vector B. Boom, done. But to prove 3 points lie on a straight line, meaning they're collinear, you have to do 2 very specific things. You have to prove they are parallel, and you must explicitly state that they share a common point. If you forget to write down, they share a common point, therefore they are collinear, you are going to lose that final accuracy mark. Don't let it happen.
Section 5. Avoiding common pitfalls. Let's dodge those examiner trapdoors.
First up is the absolutely heartbreaking transcription error. Look, under the pressure of a ticking clock, your brain can just glitch. You might do the math flawlessly in the body of the page, get an answer of 96, and then accidentally write 69 on the final answer line. The good news? The marking guidelines actually tell examiners to look at your working and award the correct answer if a transcription error happens. But seriously, do not rely on them spotting it. Always double check that the number you calculated is the exact number you wrote down on that dotted line.
Here are 3 more massive red flags straight from the study notes. First up, random axes drawing. Please don't just slap your X and Y axes in the middle of the graph paper without checking the required coordinate range first. You'll run out of room, have to erase the whole thing, and just burn precious minutes. Second, subsequent work penalties. Now, usually examiners will ignore extra work if you've already reached the right answer. But if you do bad, incorrect algebra after finding the right answer, it essentially invalidates your correct work, and you will actually lose the points. Once you have the answer, stop. Finally, misreads. If you misread a number in the question, yeah, you lose the accuracy marks, but keep going. Because if your method is correct with those wrong numbers, you can absolutely still salvage those vital M marks. Wow, okay, we've covered a massive amount of ground today. You are fully briefed on the examiner's playbook, your gear is packed correctly, you know exactly how to structure your proofs, and you know where those trapdoors are hidden. So, the only question left to ask is, how are you going to use these cheat codes to step into that exam hall and absolutely conquer Paper 1 today? Trust your preparation, write down every single step, and go get those marks.